Okay, I'm starting to get visions of my future, and this is all I can see. Number 10. Kaidan and Zevran Aranai. Speaking as someone who adores Kaidan, I feel qualified to assess him. Because he was pretty cute before, but man did he get an upgrade in ME3. For one thing, they clearly weren't afraid to give him more of a personality.
Kaidan. Don't Kaidan me.
Even if Bioware felt compelled to beat him into a coma and not let him join the party for half the game. But whatever, it's cool. Not bitter or anything. Yeah, after getting any lingering nonsense left over from Horizon and literally bashed out of his head, Kaidan's romance arc is all about reconnecting for someone you still have feelings for. Ah, Kaidan. The man's so lucky he has to watch his lover die. Twice. And speaking of people who potentially have to watch their lover die...
Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends.
Easy enough to see his appeal, right? Well, I think even the people that like Zevran tend to overlook a few things about him. Most notably, that whole sexed up devil-may-care attitude is mostly a front motivated by trauma. So he's as complex as he is gorgeous, with a delightful accent to boot.
I still have the earring. I would like to give it to you, as a token of affection.
That sounds like a proposal there, Zevran.
Not unless you wish it.
Oh, my heart. How do people not like him? Kaidan and Zevran Aranai, the sentinel and assassin that need more love. Huh, wasn't expecting anyone.
Hey Seeker, I figured I'd interrupt your recording session.
Minius GC? I loved Andromedads. In fact, it's the reason I ended up getting the job at the channel.
I heard that you were making a top 10 BioWare Romances video.
Wait a minute. We're not even friends on Skype. How did you call me?
Well, I've got dirt on Tucker, so I wanted to just stop by and make sure that the best BioWare romance made it to number 1.
Seriously?
Oh, yes.
I don't even want to comprehend what qualifies as dirt on Tucker. It's a diplomatically elected list anyway, but who did you want to make it to number 1?
Gianna.
Gianna Parasini? But she's not even a romance.
But she deserved to be. I mean, she's the only one who offered to buy you a beer. That's why she's number 1.
I'm not sure you understand how democracy works. Or reality.
See, it's real because I have fan art, or I did my own fan art.
Oh god.
Let me send you some.
Can't wait to hear the BioWare podcast. Thank you, bye. Close one. Number 9. Josephine Montillier. Charming, selfless, and always an advocate for the non-violent option for the Inquisition, the mean card player, it's easy to see Josephine's appeal as a romance. It's also just really nice, if you're playing as a female Inquisitor, that the romance with Josie is exactly as sweeping, silly, and yes, romantic as it is for the male Inquisitor. Josephine Montillier, the rare ray of sunshine in the world of Thedas. Number 8. Anders. Okay, before I end up playing that exploding Chantry clip... I said before I... never mind. Let's go over how Anders is a good romance. I swear that clip will haunt me for the rest of my days. Anders is a kind, noble, caring man who loves kittens, who genuinely seems near besotted with Hawk as soon as the incident with Carl is over. What the hell?
Seeker?
Andraste's flaming tits, D. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Did you just edit yourself into my video? How can you do that?
The contract I signed with YouTube was very lucrative.
D? I'm not so sure that was YouTube.
Nuance. So, I heard you're doing a top 10 BioWare Romances list?
Yeah, that does seem to be making the rounds.
Alistair is number 1, right?
I'm only at number 8. Maybe you'll like this one. He's also blonde, snarky, and has a bad history with the Templars.
Screw Anders. Besides, Alistair would never betray me.
Oh, really? Because I've got a bunch of wardens whose last name isn't Kuzland who would like to disagree with you.
That was totally different. He did it to be a good king.
And Anders did what he did because he thought it was the only way to free all mages in Thedas.
But...
D. If you don't let me finish this, I'm booting up Inquisition just so I can leave Alistair in the Fade.
I'll be good.
What is my life right now? Honestly, I think the attraction for Anders has far less to do with what makes him appealing, but rather what makes him unappealing. People love Anders not because he's the healthiest or most desirable romance, but because we want to save Anders. We want to save him from Meredith, from justice or vengeance, but most of all, we want to save Anders from himself. And on that depressing note, number 7, Fenris. For starters, he certainly gives an interesting first impression. One could almost call him a
Don't say it.
heartbreaker. I was pleasantly surprised by how his broodiness is actually written, because it's not that Fenris doesn't want to be friends with Hawke and the party, it's more like he has no idea how to be friends with people. The physical and voice acting for Fenris is easily some of the best in the game. Gideon Emery just nails the dry wit, the rage and the pain he's going through, and the animation team back everything up perfectly.
There are no puppy eyes.
You little liar. And my god, if this scene doesn't melt your heart, you're not human. Fenris, the guy who'll leave you so he can love you. And we're okay with that. Number 6, Liara to Sony. Talk about a character arc, I mean, by the goddess. Sweet and shy archaeologist to stone cold badass shadow broker. The fact that BioWare took time to tailor this scene to each player, depending on their gender, class, and Paragon Renegade inclination, makes it seem so much more personal and intimate. When I first played ME3, I admit that a bunch of things made me cry. Mordin's death, Legion's death, Thane's death, Grunt's almost death, all incredibly dramatic, big moments. But this gentle, tender moment between friends or lovers, this scene made me cry so hard I had to stop the game. Liara, the girl who just wrote your name in the stars. Number 5, Dorian. Come on everyone, confess. Everyone loves Dorian. Let me count the ways. Brazenly confident, seasoned with just the right level of arrogance, fiercely intelligent, but scratch that arrogant exterior and you'll find an incredibly sweet and devoted romance. Oh no, please don't tell me it's Minia sending you fan art.
Yo, what's up, Seeks?
Oh, thank God.
What?
Let me guess, Dorian didn't score high enough in your opinion.
Hi. No. So let me lay it down for you on why Dorian Pavis is essentially the fuckboy of Dragon Age. In Trespasser, he's all like, oh, no, you can't come to Deventer with me, even though we're in a relationship, because, I don't know, reasons. And then he gives you this, like, Skype crystal thing, and the Skype crystal thing is so you can communicate, but you get the Skype crystal anyway if you're just best friends with them, even if you play as a female Inquisitor. And really, there's no real difference between his, like, best friend route and his relationship route other than, like, a pet name and some booty shots. He, even in Trespasser, first refers to us as his friend. Yeah, not okay with that. Also, in the ending, you, like, are occasionally seen on the streets of Minrathos, yet, like, Iron Bull and Dorian have this entire, like, montage and love adventure relationship thing. It's just, I'm not cool with it, man. He is not invested. Iron Bull is more invested, and that's not even, like, a closed, like, down, like, locked in relationship. It's something else that you define. But it's just, he's not invested. That's my soapbox. I'm sticking to it. Dorian Pavis is a fuckboy. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.
It's okay, sweetie. There's always Kaidan. And Iron Bull.
Damn you, Patrick Weeks. Still love you, though. Bye.
Okay, thanks for stopping by. That was very helpful. Number 4, Cullen. Proof immaterial that if you badger developers enough to romance this guy, not only will they eventually give in, but they'll make him look like this. Talk about an upgrade. But this is BioWare, so Cullen's transition from macaroni head to bona fide stud muffin can't be the only reason to romance him. It's a compelling one, I'll give you that, but not the only one. Cullen, the ex-Templar that was worth the wait. Okay, before I reveal who number 3 is, because let's face it, everyone knows who the top 2 are going to be. So we might as well do the runners-up now. Along with the other romances on this list, this person beat out her, him, her, him, her, him, her, and her. Oh, what now? Hello?
Hey, Seeker! Seeker, hey!
Seeker! Hello!
Oh, hey guys! Is the BioWare Follower meeting this month earlier than I thought? Oh no.
Come on, how did PB not make the list?
Or Cora. And neither did Tally.
Maker's sake, guys, we can debate this till the cows come home, but it's not my fault. I'm not changing the list.
What's the maker?
What's home?
What are cows?
Good night! This is the person that holds the most coveted spot of the 3rd most desirable and romantic romance in BioWare history, diplomatically elected by all of you. I'm kind of worried about you guys. Number 3, Solas. Okay, let's get the negatives out of the way. Yes, he broke Llewellyn's heart with no explanation. Yes, he accidentally caused the actions of the Elder One because he was too lazy to find a way to unlock his own damn orb. Yes, his long-term plan is to kill the world, just to put a pretty bow on all the other crappy pulls in the story. On the other hand... Ironically, I would say that what's most attractive about Solas is his compassion and his empathy. At his core, despite the ambitions to kill the world, is a man whose fatal flaw is that he cares so damn much. I mean, think about it. He saw so much suffering in the world that rather than wait to regain his power to unlock his orb, he tried to find a shortcut. With disastrous consequences, yes, but that doesn't stop the fact that Solas is a deeply passionate and empathetic elf who wants nothing more than to stop innocent people suffering. It's just a matter of perspective what he feels is the best way to achieve that goal. His name is Pride for a reason. Fenharel Valathvir Suladin. Number 2, Alistair Theron. I think the reason Alistair became such a beloved character and romance is because of all the people in BioWare games. In worlds filled with Lovecraftian Mecha Cthulhus, dragons, blood magic, and horrifying animation glitches, Alistair is the guy who feels most like a guy you'd meet somewhere in real life. Sure, he's the bastard son of a king and a member of the fabled and heroic Grey Wardens, but he's silly and unsure of himself. He complains, but he's a loyal friend where it counts. And those flaws make him all the more tangible, especially for those of us romancing him. Alistair, BioWare's very own Prince Charming. And the best romance in the history of BioWare is, drumroll please, oh, like there was ever any doubt who was gonna win. Number 1, Garrus Vakarian. I think Garrus's appeal lies in that BioWare managed to do the impossible and managed to simultaneously make him fit to several romantic archetypes effortlessly. You want a complete dorky nerd with a heart of gold? Garrus has you covered. You want a bad boy on the edge? Garrus has you covered. You want someone who's really insecure and doesn't think they're worthy of you? Oh man, does Garrus have you covered. You want a hopeless romantic? He teaches Commander Shepard how to tango. Every turn he prioritizes supporting Shepard and how she feels and wanting to make sure she's okay. And if there's one thing we know, is that there's no Shepard without Vakarian. You know what, you guys? I think I'm gonna do a Garrus romance run of Mass Effect. Thanks to everyone who contributed to this video, with particular thanks to Biofan, DTakes23, and MiniusGC for their cameos. Did your bae make the list? If not, I suggest you blame Tucker and... well, this should be interesting. Yes, Tucker?
Alright, these are great in all, Seeker, but Jacob is the best romance. He has the best story, the best character, he's the most... Hey, don't shush me. Hey, what are you doing?
Like I said, blame Tucker in the comments section below. Want to be the first to hear about any BioWare news? Feel like watching self-indulgent list videos about Dragon Age and Mass Effect? Then be sure to hit that big red subscribe button below. Ma Siranis Fallon, Tel Dinan Ma?